This is part 2 of my terrarium build. If you haven't watched part 1, definitely watch that first so you can see the setup and everything I've done so far. Part 2, in this video, we're going to plant it up, which is super exciting. So yes, if you haven't seen part 1, this is how we're currently looking. So we have the false bottom, we have the kind of separator layer, we have the substrate, we have moss on top, we have branches, and then of course the cork wall as well. And I have the light and the fan. That's the current setup that we're at. If you want a background on kind of the history of this tank really and where I've gotten to this point, please do go watch part 1. Today we're doing the planting and I'm really excited about this. So I'm going to show you the plants that I have laid out. I have plants from my plant haul, I have a few other plants from upstairs, and I also have a load of cuttings. And I'm just kind of going to lay them out as my kind of like my art materials, and I'm going to pick whichever ones feel right for whatever space. So obviously I'm going to try and keep to much more compact growth habits compared to like upstairs where I have a lot of tall climbing philodendron and stuff like that. That will not really be suitable for this setup. We don't have a lot of upward space, don't want it to become too crowded, so we're going to keep it toned down as far as big huge climbing plants. So let me show you what I have. So ignore, I just put everything in a shoebox so it was a bit easier to transport downstairs, but this is, I guess, a collection of cuttings. We have begonia, we have philodendron gigas, we have Syngonium albo variegata. We have, I think that is it. What is this? This is, I've forgotten the name. It's Rhiphidophora that I had before. Okay, then we have one of our new anthuriums, looking beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. I really hope these plants will love this. Now this may be on the side of, you know, if we have successful big new leaves, this may outgrow this pretty fast. So I'm kind of planning to keep some things in pots and some things in like actually planted in, just in case. And again, we have Anthurium silver bush from my plant haul. Unbelievably beautiful and very bushy. I think this will be a perfect growth habit for the terrarium. We have 3 air plants, of which I'll put the names on the screen because I do not remember. So I'm planning on gluing these on to some of the branches, but again, I have to pick up the glue tomorrow, so but we will think about where we'll place them. I have those. I have my tiny little Monstera Thigh Constellation. I think it will be happy in here, but I think it is quite tall. I don't have a lot of tall plants, so I want something that will add a bit of height. However, this will outgrow this pretty quickly if it grows fast, but yeah, I think I will include it for now. We have these Nephrolepsis ferns that I've had upstairs for quite a while now. And I think that they will just thrive in this kind of moist, humid environment. They have grown a lot upstairs though, I have to say. They have gotten quite a good bit bigger since I got them. Then we have this, which I've forgotten the name of. Again, I will put on the screen from the plant haul. And also this silver squill. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this type of plant would be happy in a setup like this, so I'm going to do a little bit of Googling before I think about putting this here, or I will put it inside the pot so it can be easily removed. More cuttings, more begonias. I have Philodendron Beatiae atabapoense in there. I have Monstera, forgotten the name of in there. I have Silver Sword, again that Rhiphidophora. I don't think most of those will go in, possibly a begonia or two, just because of the growth habits of those. In here we have a lot going on. Rhiphidophora, Monstera, Philodendron, Maranta, which could look cool and could crawl, so I might actually use that. Another begonia, there's a verrucosum in there too. So I have that selection. Then I also have a plant that has been so neglected for years, and I don't even know if it's really grown for a very long time. You don't see this plant because it has been abandoned. This is Monstera adansonii. It's in leca. It's never gotten nutrients, rarely gets topped up with water. I really don't know how or why it's still alive. And I was going to throw it away, but actually I think I could take a few of these and it would look pretty cool in this setup. So she might get a new lease of life, and then the rest I will probably compost. And then finally, I have a neon, I guess pothos neon epipremnum here growing in water that was growing inside the tank when it had water in it, obviously. So we have a lot of water roots there, and it was very happy, but we may utilize either some strands of that or we will take cuttings from it. So that is kind of my materials, and let's get started on the planting. Another week later, it's still here, and I am just going to do a couple of finishing touches to this today, and then we will do the final full reveal. Let me walk you through the changes that I want to make today. Right, this is how we are looking a week later. Just fix the lighting. So it's been set up like this for a week. I haven't watered it, I haven't done anything. It is looking a little bit dry, but in the last clip that you probably saw, I literally just sprayed it. I didn't fully water it in because I wanted to give the plants that were wet a bit of time. So the changes that I want to make today. So basically I've picked up more super glue. I need to glue down some of the branches and the air plants. They're kind of just sitting there. This one's fallen. After looking at it for a week, I don't really like this exposed cork board at the back. I think it's the only part that looks quite unnatural, and I think I need to fill that. So what I'm going to do with that today, and some great ideas from my husband who agreed with me, is I'm actually going to take small bits of bark from branches that I have. So I'm going to literally rip off tiny pieces of bark from this dried branches and some old lichen and just other bits, and just stick them all to the back to cover that space. Now, if plants want to climb at it, it will still be usable for that reason, but it's just going to fill it a bit. Then I'm going to water it in and we'll do the final reveal, but just a couple of small tweaks to do so far. But the plants are looking pretty happy, if a bit dry in places. So yeah, I've gotten 2 different things of glue because I wasn't quite sure what would fully work, because yeah. So I have super glue gel, but I also got some wood glue. I'm not quite sure if that counts as attaching the branches to the cork. I'm sure this super glue would work as well, but we have both just because. It also says that this dries a natural color, so that may make it look a little bit better. But yeah, let's get stuck in doing the last few pieces. Otherwise, I'm really, really happy with how it looks and I'm really excited about it. I'm just ready for it to be finalized. I've been working on this for weeks now, as you can probably tell from all of the different clips. done! It's finally done. I'm so happy with how it looks. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. The wood glue did not work out, as you may have seen. Very messy, very drippy, dripped on some plants, then I kind of panicked. It takes way longer to set than I anticipated, so that didn't really work out. So my additions to the top here were really kind of balancing act and super glue and just a bit messy. Sticking individual pieces of bark, I didn't even try that, because when I got to do it, I was thinking, well, I'm gonna have to like hold it there until it sets, and actually the super glue seems to take quite a long time to set, so I didn't do that. Maybe I'll try it in the future with a different type of glue or some other way of sticking it, but for now I'm really happy that I've filled in the gaps and I think it looks really nice. Let me know what you think. I hope that you enjoyed watching this process over 2 videos now. It was a bit of a long haul. I've been at this 3 or 4 weeks, probably 4 weeks, a month, just tipping away at it, different little parts. So it definitely did take some time, but I took big breaks in the middle of the week as well. And I'm happy that I did that instead of just rushed it all, to kind of let each phase settle and think about things and adjust and all of that. And I think it's worked out really well. Of course, I really hope that the plants enjoyed as well. I am going to put the plastic wrap back on the top to preserve all of this moisture that I've just put in. After I watered it, it takes quite a bit of water. But yeah, I really hope that the plants enjoy it. I hope that they thrive. I'm excited to see this kind of evolve and grow into itself. And yeah, I'm really excited. So that is it for this video. If you did watch the full 2 parts, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support on this, and I hope that you enjoyed watching the process. I also feel, you know, so happy that I was able to do something like this with this tank so that it has a purpose. I still think about my turtle all the time. This will always be her tank, no matter what is in it, whether it's plants, whether it's water or whatever. And keeping it in such a way is just a great way for me to keep her in my memory, I guess, and think about her every time I look at this. And I do feel like letting go of having a tank full of water was really the right decision for me. It already feels so much better maintenance wise and everything, and to kind of let go of that, so I'm really happy. So I will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye.